Okay guys, we're going to talk about toe spreaders today. Why do most people need them? What do they do? And what do they help with? And also how to use them. I'm getting a lot of emails about this, so I wanted to do a video to explain this. So toe spreaders are kind of self-explanatory. They spread your toes. The more important part is why people need them. So most modern shoes, like for example this Asics running shoe, are widest at the ball of the foot and get narrower with the toes, whereas the human foot is actually designed to be widest at the tip of the toes. So when you jam your feet into a shoe like that to fit it into the narrow toe box, your toes end up getting squished together, and it creates this kind of lack of space between each toe, which is naturally supposed to be there in the human foot. It also creates an angle at the big toe, and this might look familiar to a lot of people because it's the main cause for bunions. When the big toe comes in, women's high heels or men's dress shoes are some of the worst ones, but when this happens, you develop an angle at the big toe. This bone starts to migrate further and further out as the tendon under your big toe pulls it further and further. And before you know it, you have this big bump here and you start to develop pain. So toe spreaders help to kind of get in there and restore optimal big toe alignment, something like this, and helps to reclaim kind of the space between each of your toes. Morton's neuroma, foot pain, plantar fasciitis, bunions, these are all things caused by narrow footwear in large part. And in order to create a nice stable arch at your foot, you have to be able to have your big toe in good alignment. The minute that big toe pushes in, your foot automatically wants to collapse. If you think of your foot as a tripod with three kind of legs, one leg here, one at the base of your little toe and your heel, if you kick one of the legs out of a tripod, the tripod's gonna fall. So if I kick my big toe out, my foot automatically wants to collapse in and I start to lose kind of the arch of the foot. So these little silicone toe spreaders, they're super stretchy and flexible. We recommend starting to wear them for about a half an hour and then increase based on how you're tolerating them. If your feet are really, really squished together and your toes are stuck together, they can be a bit uncomfortable at the start. So start with a little bit of time each day. Slowly increase it. If you can get to the point where you can sleep with them, you're essentially working on opening up your foot all night long. So that's toe spreaders explained. Bunions aren't hereditary. That's another big thing we get often. They come from the fact that we put our shoes into these very narrow, or put our feet rather into these very narrow shoes, and then it creates problems for us. So get your hands on some toe spreaders. We sell them at TFC Shop, but they're available in a lot of different places, and honestly it doesn't matter where you get them from. Just get your hands on a pair, start using them, and you'll start to reclaim kind of optimal toe alignment and foot health. Thanks for listening. Bye.